This used to not happen 2 years ago. Now with the new fee coming into the fund, here we see another $52,000 being used for vehicle purchases, and so this will be a no vote. Thank you.
And Councilmember, I feel compelled to remind you again that the dedicated drainage and street renewal fund is going to streets and drainage, but it is part of a larger fund that includes 11.8 cents of ad valorem tax, which is available to fund a range of items, including personnel. Vice Mayor Pro Tem Bradley.
I know that the Comptroller's Office issued notice, I think last week it was, that it planned to do an audit of the Rebuild Houston fund utilization. I think how it was declared. I've heard on several occasions, Councilman Brown indicated that the money are not being spent within the provisos as permitted by ordinance. As opposed to making the assertion, I'd like to yield to Councilman Brown there, let her stay on the record specifically, because I want to know, are we utilizing the dollars within the prescribed guidelines or not? And if we're not, what specifically are we violating here, particularly as it relates to agenda item number 9?
And as you rightly point out, Councilmember, the Controller will be doing an audit of this program to finally put all these rumors and misinformation to bed. But if you wish to yield to Councilmember Brown, you may.
Yes, I do.
It's not a violation of guidelines, it's a violation of the trust of the voters that voted an additional money coming from them to assist us with infrastructure needs. Not for us to go take that and then take away from that fund. We're not talking about the new fee. We're talking about a fund that used to not be tapped into for these type of purchases. Now because we have a fee, we're going to start tapping into this fund. There's these precious limited dollars. We all sit around the table and we fight for our CIP projects, our infrastructure, our streets, our flooding. And yet now we have a fund coming in that barely passed the voter approval. And we're going to start tapping into the rest of the fund to start using it on city salaries of employees and new vehicles. That's not acceptable. That's dishonest. And whether the guidelines say it's permissible or not for the rest of the fund to be utilized in that capacity, us as leaders of the community, representatives of the will of the community, we need to stop this nonsense. It's not acceptable.
The supplies, the equipment, and the personnel that are necessary to carry out the task in chief, is it permissible in your view to utilize funds for those purposes?
No, we did not do this 2 years ago. I don't think we should be doing it now.
Thank you. I appreciate your response. Thank you, Mayor.
And they were paid for 2 years ago, and they are being paid for by exactly the same source of funds as they were 2 years ago. Moving to vote on the item, favoring, opposed.
No.
Item carries. Councilmember Brown voting no.